Is fighting crime right-wing?
No.
Then how come so many blue cities are full of crime?
I don't think in terms of blue and red. I do think in terms of racial groups.
Do you feel safe in D.C.?
Think not.
People who make that mistake of stealing and robbing and stuff, should they be locked up longer?
Oh my god, no! DC is definitely not a very safe place. If you use some common sense and avoid people who look obviously crazy.
Uh-oh! Has D.C. always been a crime-ridden hellhole?
Depends on how you're thinking of crime.
Not white-collar crime, the bullety crime, the thefty crime, the one that gets politicians really mad.
I think so.
We have one for hellhole.
It's better than New Orleans.
This is correct. The city of D.C. is overrun by crime. There's a lot of shootings, there's a lot of murders, they go unsolved. And D.C. has been it's been a blue city for decades. How much worse does it have to get before people vote red? Is fighting crime right-wing?
No. I mean, to be honest, I don't view crime as a political issue.
Is the mayor doing a good job keeping crime down?
No. She could do a better job with the youth. That's where a lot of the crime is coming from.
Young kids, no fathers, lots of guns. Do we just have to basically adopt these kids, put them in boarding school 24/7, 12 months a year, and just reparent them till you have a successful generation that's not going to put a cap in your ass?
I don't think that's the right approach.
Why not?
I wish she had a gun violence prevention department.
Aren't those the cops? Do you own a gun?
Oh, no.
Why not? There are angry people with guns all the time who want to take your delicious canary yellow jacket.
Oh, I've never tried.
Have you tried a crossbow?
Actually, in summer camp as a kid.
Is that a crossbow?
Why is it so hard for citizens to get guns here in D.C. to protect themselves?
I don't think it is hard for citizens to get guns here.
Really? Have you ever tried? You have to jump through all these hoops.
I have never tried.
If a guy named George helps put criminals back on the street to rape and murder, again, should we A, indict George, prosecute him, B, pardon George, or C, give George the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
I'm not a lawyer.
Ugh.
We should indict George.
No, I'm sorry, but Joe Biden chose choice C.
Yeah.
George Soros, with his revolving door policies for the DAs that he puts in office, has put one criminal after another back on the streets.
I definitely should not be talking to you.
Shouldn't we just, change how we vote? So they're not put back on the streets so readily?
I don't know how readily they're put on the street.
Have I got a story for you, my dear?
Well, I don't want to hear it.
That's okay, bye. What best describes Democratic crime policy? A, hugs for thugs. B, no criminal left behind. Or C, in-and-out murder. Biden commuted the death sentence of a child rapist and murderer. 75% of the Democratic House voted not to deport migrants for sex offenses. New York City cops let a woman burn to death on the subway. LA's on fire due to mismanagement. Who's safer, Republicans or Democrats?
Oh, I think Democrats are safer.
I think it's safer to vote Democrat than it is to vote for somebody who is a convicted felon.
We can't deny the crimes he has committed. That would
What's
be
his
turning a
crime?
blind
What's
eye.
his big crime? I heard it was a misdemeanor and they jacked it up to a felony, all special-like.
Oh.
So, all right, so Trump is a felon. Doesn't that just remind you so much of Nelson Mandela?
No.
Persecuted by his government?
You're really funny, puppet.
Freedom! An illegal migrant murders you in a home invasion. What is the Democrats' likeliest response? A, give the migrant free health care and free education. Or B, let in even more migrants until you stop being so racist. I don't want to trigger you, but look, Republicans might take over D.C. in home rule.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They want safe streets. Damn them. If Republicans take over D.C. in home rule, do you expect crime to lessen?
I mean, a lot of the crime has to do with people not getting what they need.
And what they need is cash?
You have to go now, but I like
love
that
you.
you challenged.
All right, are you going to call me?
No.